Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Collector's Oasis. Here we have the 2020 Mega Construct Halo Pelican Inbound set. It's number GNB28. It includes 2,024 pieces and 3 figures, Master Chief, the Pilot, and a Banished Hunter. And it retails for around $159.99. This Halo set is absolutely phenomenal. This is from Halo Infinite, and it's amazing. This is easily the best Pelican Mega has ever made. They've made a handful before, 3, 4, maybe 5. But this is easily the best version they've ever made without a doubt. The shaping, the size, the quality, the sturdiness, the build, everything is perfect. This is a 5 out of 5 without a doubt. I've always wanted the gunship Pelican that they made for Halo 4, I believe it was. I just never got that one. I missed out on a lot of them. This is the only Pelican I own, and it's perfect. Everything about this set is perfect. I just wish it came with more figures because that's all it's lacking, honestly. Everything else is superb. For around $160, the size is definitely impressive. This is easily the biggest set I've ever reviewed so far. Like here, it fits in my camera. But as soon as I turn it this way, it doesn't fit in the camera anymore. Like it's ginormous. It's well over a foot long and over a foot wide. This thing is pretty massive. But for around 160, I don't think it's a perfect price, at least for the volume of what you get. As soon as you pick this up, you feel the price. Like this is heavy. This has to be at least 5+ pounds. This boy, this is a hefty guy. But this is beautiful. I still can't believe this came out in 2020. This set is so freaking good. Everything about it. But yeah, let's go over the figures and then go over the amazing build. So there's only 3 figures to the set. That's the one complaint I have. There's not that many figures. So to start, we have Master Chief from Halo Infinite. Pretty much the same standard Master Chief mold as every Master Chief we've been getting. It's just slightly different in the torso. And then if you go close, they have like some silver wash throughout for battle damage. Like there's some on the wrist right there, some on the shins for some battle damage, a little on the crotch, a lot on the chest for some battle damage. Not too much on the back, a little bit on the butt and then the back. But it's very standard fare Master Chief. I don't have his stand or his weapon with him because it's stored. They're both stored in the Pelican. So very cool though. Master Chief is always great to get. Some battle damage on his helmet. Master Chief is never a bad figure to get. Very standard fare. You have the typical armor. The chest armor, I believe, is the only thing different. Some more battle damage there. A little bit there. But yeah, pretty much standard Master Chief. Very awesome. Typical articulation as well. And then we have the Pilot. I still haven't And then we have the pilot. I still haven't played or watched the walkthrough of the game, so I don't know much about the new character who the pilot is. I hope to watch or play the game soon. Kind of slacking on my part, but that's just a personal problem for me. You have a standard human type figure. He has some blue jeans, or at least like the blue jumpsuit, some black knee pads, some gray blackish shoes. Ooh, almost dropped them. He has like his suspenders hanging on this new piece, which I like. The armor bit is really cool. I believe it's a new armor piece. I'm not too sure. And then you have the standard arms, possible new skin color, which is cool. And then you have his, I believe it's a new helmet for Halo Infinite, which looks really cool with some of the speckling. And then you can actually take it off. And then you can see his face underneath, which is a sculpted headpiece. The hair looks pretty cool. I'm not a fan of these human figures. They're always super creepy. Unfortunately, mine came with a chip in his beard, so even with the helmet on, you can see it, unfortunately, but good figure. And then the last figure is the Banished Hunter. This guy is great. I'm not really like a huge fan of the Banished, at least the color scheme. The red and gray to me is boring. I like the standard Covenant one, the blue. This is the same mold, same everything, so the figure's good. I just don't like the color scheme. I'm just not a fan of the Banished. So you have the standard base. You have all the standard Hunter mold, all the new Hunter molds. So you have like the red, all the washed, like bluish gray. Got some red under there. Got some black and gray. Got some red on this arm. You got some red all over there. Then you got the translucent needles on his gun. This arm's the same, just has two shields. This smaller one has damage and armor. This one has a lot of damage with a little bit of red. I mean red here, not armor. Then the head, and then on the back you have the three sizes for the 6 spikes, and then you have the typical articulation. But yeah, this guy is great. And then compared to a Spartan, the size comparison and the size is pretty much right between these. And then between the human, again, humans are too big. Like the human looks way too big. But yeah, the figures are very, very good. Just lacking, I wish it came with a couple more Spartans or some more Banished or Covenant, something for how big this set is. And then before I get to the set, you get all of these purposely included extra pieces. These are not extra pieces. These are extra pieces for the 2-in-1 style build feature every Halo Infinite set has. I'm not really a fan of the 2-in-1 because 1, the instructions don't come with the set, and 2, I don't really find it necessary unless the second builds are something in the game, which I doubt they are. But yeah, you get these extra pieces for the base. So you basically build the Pelican, and then if you take it apart, you can rebuild it into like a UNSC type base, which it looks okay. I'm never gonna do it. It's a nice option though. Bag is not included. I just took a normal bag to store them in. But But yeah, you could probably take these extra pieces and build like a little speeder bike or something for the figures if you wanted. But yeah, never really going to use this. But it's an interesting concept. So it's whatever. And then onto the set. This thing's huge, so it's going to be a little futzy to review. I'm going to start with the wings, for then I can get in closer to the rest of the body. So here's the left wing, and then the other side's obviously the right wing. So here's one wing. These, on tight ratchets, can pretty much do a full 360 and then go back. The wings are supposed to be at an angle like this, but again, you can make them straight, you can do anything, but the typical orientation, they're supposed to be angled up slightly. And then if I angle it this way, you have some nice panel lines that go to a slight point. You have some tiles, and then this nice piece, a lot of tiles here, some studded surface everywhere. They did a good job with tiling and studding, and it looks really natural. And then everything's a print, like Mega does nowadays. So this is a printed UNSC logo on a 2x4 tile, a 3x4 tile, my bad. Great print. Both wings are identical. Then you have a red translucent stud there. And then when you go forward, you have some roofing there. You have this black assembly that's angled in there, which looks really nice. Some specialty translucent yellow dome studs for lights. And then another print here for the missile pod. And then you have another little build here that are identical, but this one has a missile pod. And then if I go this way, you have these studs, which I wish are tiled over. To me, they're a little ugly. You have this like little boxed area. You have the missile pod build, the underside, which isn't too pretty, but it still looks good. And then you have the engine detail with all of these roof pieces, tiles. This is angled down, but up if you have it in the right orientation. All of this angles up. You have the nice exclusive engine piece, I believe, which looks really good. And then if you go back over, that's what it looks like from the back. So all of this is angled this way, all of that's angled up. It's a very, very nice building technique for the wings. And then if I go on this side, this wing is practically the same. So I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Again, full 360. All the bottom looks exactly the same. Moves exactly the same. It's all the same. But they both look really, really good. The wings are very, very good. And then, if we zoom up, remove these. So you have some intakes over here. And then you have these pieces slanted in. And then you have this printed tile for caution. These are probably vents or exhausts. And then you have this panel that goes down, another panel that goes in, UNSC, which is a print. And then if I lift it, everything is built on this assembly. And then you have 4 little wheels right here. I believe these are exclusive pieces for this set. You have 4 wheels. So this is the articulation for the wheels. And then under the nose, you have basically a Warthog cannon or turret for the nose gun. And this is almost a full it is a full 360, which is awesome. And then it angles up that much and then down that much. These are handlebars, but figures are not supposed to hold it because it's a vehicle mounted gun, so they control it in the cockpit. And then the cockpit, this entire piece and the windscreen is a brand new exclusive mold, exclusive to this set, and it's glorious. This piece is phenomenal. Without this piece and the window being a specific mold, it would not look as good as it does now. So you lift it and it's all one piece. All of this is one piece, and then the window, you insert it into the green. But this piece is insane. But if you open it, on the interior, this is the seat for the pilot. You have 2 control yokes. You have the chair that moves a little. You have some grate. And then the amazing printed control panel, which looks awesome for targeting and flying. That can move up and down. And then it fits perfectly. And then back here you have a control panel there. And then there. Let me take them out so you guys can see it better. So the right control panel looks like this. So it's all specs and details of like the engines and guns of the Pelican. And these are actual numbers like 13, 9, 3, 8, 5, 12, and so on. These are all readable numbers. And if I go to the other one, same exact print, but very good to get. Both readable numbers and everything. And then the interior of the cockpit actually goes all the way through the entire Pelican. Like this is not an illusion. It actually goes all the way through. That's actually real darkness. So if I close this up, so if we raise the camera, go on top, you have these nice little fins, some greebling, some more printed pieces here of the caution, and then the vents or the intakes, some awesome grates, some more greebling over there. And then along the tail, this crack means it can open. You have some studs and more grates. On both sides here, you have UNSC and wings. On this side as well, UNSC. And then you have like another intake type area. You have a little handle, more greebling. And then on both of the back engines, you have some panel lines like the front, some greebling, some grates, some grills. And then these can't go all 360, but they can go down that much and then up that much. And then you have the front looking like that. And then if I go back this way, you have the same type of engine. You have the same type of underneath. So it's basically the same engines as the front, just slightly smaller and more compact with little wings on the tail. And then the entire build angles up and over. So you build this section and then you build this section, this little yellow Technic, because it opens, so we will see that pretty soon. This little piece has to do with the legs, with the landing gear I'll show soon. And then underneath you have the actual door and the walking up platform. This actually secures the set from opening or closing. On the top, this can actually open, and then you can look inside. It's hard to look inside, so I'll show you the interior after we open the entire thing, because the Pelican can actually open up into a semi-mobile base. And then for the landing gear, all of that is hollow. So you basically just take the wheels and then you push it back on that arm, and they're basically up in there. For the legs, you see this translucent stand. That's because when these are down, the set is too heavy to stand on just these legs because it would break or warp, so they have to have a stand for you. So for these little doodads there, you would push, see this Technic piece right here? You push that up, and then you swing that up, and then that locks. So this pops out and locks it. And then you basically do that for both sides. And then now you have it in flight mode, but you have to take off that translucent stand. But it's in flight mode. It just can't really set well in this mode because of the gun is too low as well. But yeah, that's cool how you can have it in both modes. So you just pull this out. And then for these, you don't need to push that in. You just lift this all the way up and done. Same side, done. And then now you're ready to go in landing mode. And then for that crate, before I forget, it's one of the typical Halo Mega crates that they've been doing for years. You lift the lid off, and then you have a pistol and then 2 grenades, which I love getting. The pistol's really nice, and then the 2 grenades, I love getting the grenade pieces. Those are just awesome. There's no major storage for this, unfortunately, like not in the interior. See these 2 pieces, and then the middle? I usually just take the crate and then pop it right there. It's a 3x3 cube, and then this is a 1x3 space. So you can perfectly put it here. You could put 2 if you have 2, so you can put it on either side, but I usually just put it there for storage. And then to actually get in the Pelican, the boarding ramp is right here, and you lift it down, and you can actually, if I can get my thumb out of the way, see straight through the Pelican all the way to the cockpit. That's really cool how you can walk physically all the way back. And then this is the boarding ramp. So if I take the Pelican, keep the boarding ramp there, and then you can take Master Chief, and he's perfectly tall to fit all the way down and all the way up. Very awesome in my opinion. Now I can lift the ramp up. Before opening this guy up, here's a quick size comparison. So a figure, another figure, and then the Hunter. This thing is ginormous compared to the figures. And I absolutely love that, how it's actually sizable. And now to open the Pelican up, it's a handful of steps. So if you don't do it right, you can break a few things. So I'm going to try my best to show you guys how to do it without breaking things and doing it as perfect as possible. So what I suggest first is coming to the wings, making them go straight up and down, just like that. And then come back here to these little flaps and push them all the way up on both sides. Let me show you the other one as well. So here's the other one. And then you lift those perfectly straight up as well. And then go back to the front. Come to these. And then lift these straight up at these little panels. As straight up as you can go. And then come back up to this door and lift this as straight up as you can go. And then take these and lift them forward for they can clear this. And then take the legs down here and you can put them in flight mode, which would make it a little bit easier, but you don't have to. So push this one in and put it up. And then come back here. You can already tell this one's coming off because I tried it before to make sure what I'm doing. So you lift this bit up and then you take this and pull it apart as hard as you can. And then here, make sure everything is aligned back here and then slowly open this, put the ramp down, slowly open this for you can make sure you're not breaking anything. And then there is the mobile base. Mine's super squeaky. So coming in close. So here you have the ramp. And this was the back of the Pelican. So you can put the figure up on here. Over here you have a printed tile with some buttons and some controls. You have some handlebars and a chair over here. You can fit any figure. Then over here, you have all of the functions with like the rubber bands for the legs. And see how it's a little wobbly? If you push the legs down on both sides, but yeah, it does help with the wobbling actually a lot. So I would suggest if you want to put the legs down. And then you have here a control panel talking about like Master Chief's vitals and stuff like that. Over here you have another control panel that matches that one. And then on this door, coming close, you have, I don't know the names of the guns, so bear with me. You have this gun, and then this gun. Then you have a fire hydrant right here, which looks amazing. Each gun is really cool. And then you have this piece right here where you can hang Master Chief like in the teaser trailer, which is pretty cool as well. These are the ball hitches that connect to these yellow ball joints to close the Pelican up. And to take the guns off and to look closely, you have one of these. I don't know what this is called. Is this like one of the newer grenade launchers or something? And then, oh, I forgot these were pegged in. You have one of these, like assault rifles. No, not assault rifles, but like chain guns or something. And then over here, I believe shotgun, or is this the newer assault rifle? I believe this is the new assault rifle. And so you get those three weapons, which is cool. You get a fire extinguisher. This clip is not supposed to come with it. It just came with it, which is really cool. And then the hole on the back of Master Chief, you can put, if I can do it from here, on Master Chief, and then you can hang him kind of like in the teaser trailer. And if you see here, there's no major room to store this. I guess you could just throw it on the floor when you close it up. That would fit, but then it would just rattle everywhere. So it's really up to you. And then what I really like, you can take a figure, I can move this, and you can actually walk or just lay all the way to the actual driver or pilot seat in the Pelican. And I think that's really cool. And then you can put both figures, and then you have basically a little base if you don't want the Pelican. But this also takes a lot of room because it's way out of my camera. So it's up to you what you really want to do. But yeah, this set, 5 out of 5. My only real issue is the lack of figures. But again, since I haven't seen the game, I don't know how accurate that is. No infinite, the weapon, which I wish was included. But yeah, this is just a great set for any Halo fan, and I highly, highly recommend it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. That would help me out a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video.